Trigon, shit.
Okay. That's how we're starting this?
That's that's the best I could do.
Alright, alright,
It's
alright.
better. It's better. It's better than the last one I came up with.
Um, alright, yeah, Riley and I are back to, talk about Ghost and why we don't like it. But we also have a guest with us today. You want to introduce yourself, Guesty Goo?
Oh, ghosts, today's the day I rip you a new asshole.
That is Zeltrax Millennium. So, yeah, I'm, I'm sure you guys know him. I think I don't know how well he is known in the cult that is the Tokyo fandom, but he's pretty cool.
Well, let's see here. I got onto the Power Ranger DVDs from Shout Factory thanks to MMPR Toys. I am thoroughly giving the new Power Rangers movie a brand new lease on life because of that new fucking trailer. And I'm probably the only Power Rangers fan who actually likes Power Rangers Dino Charge, despite the ending, and it is, in my opinion, not disown the franchise worthy.
I still have to finish Dino Charge. From what I've heard, it's kind of for the rest of the show.
Trust me, dude. There was a lot of venom and bile near the finale. Oh fucking hell!
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry from Dawson. I don't know if Shiki ever said anything. I know Solarian Ranger was all over that shit on Tumblr.
I avoid Tumblr thanks to one certain jackass.
I avoid Tumblr.
Though I'm not gonna name him. I'm not gonna name him on the podcast because I don't want him to get dogpiled. Not that big dick.
Yeah, I think I already said his name, but it doesn't really matter. The only reason I have a Tumblr is to shit post. Because I like shit posting on Tumblr. Like, people think shit posting is, like, best on Facebook or Twitter or 4chan. No, to me, it's Tumblr. There are so many easily pissed off middle class white chicks that you can make angry. It's very fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to start this little paragraph, Riley, or do you want me to?
So I'll start.
All right.
All right. So Ghost, as you probably couldn't tell from the podcast we did, or a lot of the Twitter, Facebook, DeviantArt, or AskFM posts, I was not a huge fan of Ghost. I consider it to be, in my opinion, the worst Kamen Rider series I've ever seen. Just it topped Hibiki for just its awfulness. The thing is,
I personally kind of liked Hibiki, even though I personally like Kamen Rider Hibiki, despite the whole Shinichiro Shirakuro fuck-ups. Yeah, I'm not letting that guy go at all.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but yeah, Ghost, it had the potential to be a fantastic writer series.
It did.
But, I love so many of its ideas. Like, I love the idea of the main character, like, having to hunt down a lot of these, the icons and having to go so he can be brought back to life, and he has to, like, fight the Ganma, and, the Ganma world is so, is also kind of interesting as well. This could have been Danny Phantom brought into Kamen Rider, because I like Danny Phantom.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, but boy, was I wrong. Ever since with Ninja and Ghost, I've learned to be a lot more cautious with what I get. So that, yeah,
I mean,
Ghost.
I only I only have one ninja item. Well, technically 3 if you want to push it. I got the Ninja Ichibanto from CS Toys. I had to rewire one. I had to reattach one of the wires because the speaker wasn't working. And I got the Kaku Ranger and Hurricane and Shurikens because I like those things.
All right. Well,
then with Ghost, I have a couple of Ghost icons, especially the Shotaro Ishinomori Ghost icon that I won off Twitter.
Cool.
Oh, but anyways, yes. Yeah. Like I love a lot of its aesthetics. I love the suits. I think my personal favorite is probably Robin Hood Damashi. Not when he's in boost form. I'm talking about when he's like regular,
Yeah.
Or a. Yeah. And yeah, I like aesthetically it looks pleasing. Like the show, like it has some of these great ideas again, but they're buried under this giant pile of bad execution.
Yeah, I think you could kind of tell. I think you could kind of see the bad execution right around the time when Ghost got boost.
Yeah.
Because she started to go downhill as soon as they got boost.
Yeah, because from what I've heard, wasn't most of Ghost's budget like siphoned into Amazons or something?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, if you wanted to, look up a guy on Facebook, Davis Leboda. I am sorry if I butchered that name. Deshinta. He is very knowledgeable when it comes to this crap.
He's very knowledgeable to behind the scenes stuff. So if you want to know about behind the scenes stuff and all that stuff, like he's your go-to guy, and a lot of his opinions and stuff was formed around just the knowledge that he has gained, which I very much respect.
Yeah.
I however am not like him. I barely know anything about behind the scenes stuff. The only thing I know, the only thing I know about going into any Tokyo show is the writer, the director, and some other stuff. And the only thing I really care about is the writer, because from just from looking at a writer, I can usually tell like how the show's going to turn out most of the time. I mean, Yasuko Kobayashi wrote Tokyo, and then while I was watching the show, I was in pure utter hell. But my opinion on Tokyo has changed a lot. But while it was running, it was probably the first Kobayashi show I actually hated, which is really sad because I love her writing. So, yeah. The guy who wrote Ghost, I don't know if he's a new guy or he mostly wrote filler.
I believe the main writer for Ghost was Takeru Fukuda, and literally right around the time when Necrom debuted, he up and left for some dumb reason. And then another writer and Nobuhiro Mori, who wrote the fantastic as hell Kamen Rider Yongo net movies to rewrite what Kamen Rider Taisen and Superhero Taisen did to Vice's character. He was one of the secondary writers of Ghost, and you can kind of tell he wasn't that good yet.
Yeah.
The episodes in Ghost were just, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
All right. So just to update Zelda Tracks, the way I did the podcast is very similar to how Riders, Rangers, and Rambles did their retrospective Ranger Rambles, which we did a little summary at the start, and then we talk about the story, then the characters, then the choreography, and then the characters, and then we have like aesthetics, music, and then we just give our overall thoughts at the end. So to start with the story of Ghost, the Ghost story is not good at all, to be quite frank. Again, like Riley said, I like a lot of the ideas they're doing, but it was either bad execution or they did absolutely jack all with it, because one of Ghost's biggest sins is that it's incredibly fucking generic. And I wouldn't have a problem with them using generic tropes if they did something interesting with it. And they did not. They executed it in even the most boring way possible, so the most generic and boring, easily thought out way that they could, or it was something slightly interesting, but it was badly executed. That's Ghost Story to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like as Dawson said in his review, in his rambles on Ghost, the show ended up being about nothing but nonsense and eyeballs, and by the end, I'm still not clear on everyone's motivation. Just that's, yeah, there's so much nothing that leads to nowhere, so much inconsistency with the writing, and just, it's a mess.
It is a real fucking mess. What about you, Celtrax?
Oh man, the writing of Ghost is like we've said before. Ghost did show promise. It's like the thing about collecting the 15 icons to get a wish to come back to life. That was cool. But then around the time of Boost, they forgot all that crap. Then when they got the Grateful, that made the icons even more pointless. And oh my god, Mugen. We'll get to Mugen, I hope.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
we will.
They as we talked about before, they sped through the 99 days stuff
in the first 12
early on.
In the first 12 episodes,
first 12 episodes,
which was some of the most fastly paced I've ever seen a Toku be. Like it was so fastly paced, it put Operation Overdrive to shame. Slow down with the pacing. You're giving the children heart attacks.
And
hell, you're giving me a heart attack.
It's and then they don't even use the Ghost theme at all. The only things.
Oh yeah. Can I just?
I mean, the last time when I heard the Kamen of the Ghost theme actually played during a fight scene, wasn't that one episode where they kicked Gyro's ass, which was Seiji Takaiwa. That was it.
Oh.
No other insert theme song. It's like, really, guys? Were you really pinching your pennies that year?
Sorry. When you two said theme, I thought you meant like the theme of the show, its aesthetics and its motif.
I'm mainly talking about the aesthetics, honestly.
Yeah, because if there's one problem, one of the biggest problems that I have with this show is that how it did nearly absolutely nothing with the Ghost theme. For example, I haven't watched the Drive movie yet, but I've seen Ghost's cameo in that. And I know it was it was Drive's head writer Riku Sanjo who wrote that scene, because he wrote the entire fucking movie. I wish he did the damn show, because he actually made Ghost creepy. He was an actual ghost. He was floating.
Yeah.
He was floating around, creepily touching the Ryeguy, just generally being a freaky little shit, and it was creepy. He was a ghost. Why couldn't the entire show be like that?
They didn't even we didn't even have Takeru abuse his ghost powers for a bit.
And can I just say, it felt like that midway through the show, they even forgot he was a fucking ghost, because they barely ever used his ghost powers, and it's like a non-flaw. Don't get me wrong, I don't expect the show to constantly remind me every episode that he's a ghost. I don't want them to do a Deco Ranger and remind me that he's a ghost every single episode, because I would get grating. But here's the thing: you still have to, use his abilities. You still have to show that he's a goddamn ghost, because it really feels like something that they just didn't care about by the middle of the show. By the end of the show, they started at the end of the show, they started using the I'm becoming less human trope, which they did in Blade, which they did in O's, and what they did in Gaim. And I haven't seen Blade, But Oz and Gaim did that storyline a lot better. And you know what's worse? In one of the episodes, Takeru brings up the fact that he feels less human. Akari, and Akari tells him not to worry about it. And then, from the episodes I've seen, because I haven't watched the last 3 episodes, they never bring it up again. Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't like that they were using this trope because I knew they probably wouldn't do it as well. But they just threw it under the fucking bus. They did absolutely nothing with it. It was just, Takeru brought it up, which, despite me not liking it, it was still an interesting idea that he was losing his humanity, even though I would argue that it doesn't really matter because it's not like Eiji and it's not like Kota. When it came to Eiji, there was no known way for him to go. There was no known way for him to lose the purple core medals and be human again. And for Kota, I think he's stuck that way. I think he remained an overlord for the rest of his. I think he's still an overlord, so he's not human anymore. And but here's the thing, Eiji, like, I can't remember because I think the purple core medals were destroyed, and that's how he became human again, and that's how that was old, and it was a result of his finale. And then the whole Kota becoming an overlord thing was just part of him being Fruit Jesus, which again I'm completely okay with because really it was a really nice wrap up to like the end of the series. But this. Like, I'm kind of glad they brought it up, but at the end of the day, the moment he got his human form back, he would feel human again. So I'm like, what? Why do we have to do this? And then the fact that, and again, like I said, they brought it up, and Akari told him not to worry about it, and then they never bring it up again for the episodes I've seen.
And the whole thing with him, like, with Takeru dying, like, 3 times, then just him coming back to life. Like first when he became Ghost, second when he got, like, Boost, and the third time when he got Mugen, we'll get to that. Just didn't make me care, honestly.
Mugen.
Like,
honestly. Oh, and, spoiler alert, dies for a 4th time in the movie.
Oh yeah, he dies.
Of course, because that's the only way they can give proper, so well written drama by having him die and.
The drama, which it's not really drama if you bring him back to life like 2 seconds later.
Like,
well, not.
Yeah. It was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I actually did a text reaction to the movie, and I actually did a reaction to the movie in text form while my internet was out, because rain. And during that time, I didn't know the second trailer for the Power Rangers movie dropped, so I had to wait for that to happen. But yeah, I did a whole reaction to the movie in text form, and I might actually post it later, because, oh my God, did I not like that movie.
Yeah, I have to imagine that it was on par with pretty much the rest of the show.
Just, yeah, it was...
Pretty much!
Yes, like, yeah, but him dying and then coming back to life like 3-4 times now, just took away any bit of caring I had for him. Not that I had any to begin with, but just, yeah. It's like, why should I care what happens to him if you already did this before? You know he's going to come back to life.
It's like, yeah, I mean, not only do we know that, because that was my only real problems, and I'm begging pardon for that, with god damn it, with Gentaro dying and during the Cosmic State's debut, is that you knew he was going to come back. There was no real drama to it, which I kind of wish that they just didn't do this trope of, is the main writer dead? Because no, he's going to come back. He's the main fucking character. He has main character powers. He's not going to remain dead. Everyone knows this. Anyone who's watched any piece of media knows this. I really wish I'd stop trying to. I really wish, I get it. It's not about how we feel, even though, yes, they're trying to evoke an emotion for us by seeing a character that we love, and I put love in quotation marks here, die, and he's gone for the entire episode, and it was mostly about how everyone else around him, cared. But, here's the thing. I was with Yurison. I just didn't give a shit. I recorded that on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, why should we care what happens to this overly idealistic moron who spouts crap?
Oh, and can I just say one of my biggest problem with Ghost is this show is preachy as fuck. Like with its overall message, it's really fucking preachy and idealized, and they throw it in our face every single fucking episode. They don't let up. I have no idea what was going on behind the scenes, but it kind of feels like with each year they keep dumbing down the series for the 5-year-old little kiddies, which is really strange, because one of the reasons why I like Japanese children television shows is because they're not like American TV shows, where there's a lot of things that you can't do in there because they know we're talking to children. But in Japan, due to the culture, they don't talk down to their children when they do like when they do kid shows. However, for the past few years, it keeps feeling like that Japan feels the need to pander like to the young demographic that watches Kamen Rider. And Sentai too. And
hell!
Yeah.
At the very least, recently, Zoo Ultra and X ain't doing that crap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't hate duos by any stretch of the imagination, but it's filler. It does get pandery to me at times, but that's just me. That's my thoughts. But Geoge is another story for another day. But this show is, like I said, is incredibly fucking preachy, and it doesn't help when your main character is the most idealized, goody-goody, walking speech machine. Like, he is everything I hate about, about this writer trope.
Lex, I'm sorry for interrupting you. If for anyone who's listening to this podcast, we mean no disrespect to Shun Nishime, the actor for Takeru. We mean no disrespect to the actor himself. We're talking about the character who's a piece of shit.
Yo, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd certainly hope that people would have the common sense to know that, but I don't know. This is the Toku cult we're talking about, so yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm calling it from now on, the Toku cult. I'm not calling it a fandom anymore, it's a fucking cult. But yeah, I don't hate the actor. I don't know anything about the actor. I'm sure, okay, the actor. I'm sure he's a swell guy. I'm sure I could get a beer with him. But the character is the worst piece of shit ever.
Yeah, just all he does is spout dumb toku nonsense every 5 fucking seconds. There
is not one episode where it's either a big speech or it's a speech to one character. Like when I was watching it last night, because the reason why I sound so tired is because I stayed up to 5 in the fucking morning watching this bull crap. And I was getting increasingly annoyed at how often, I already knew it was bad, but when you watch these episodes back to back, it becomes increasingly more annoying. To me, a bad Tokyo show is supposed to be better when you marathon it. Because, to me, Tokyo is a good show if you marathon it. Because if you can sift through the shit that is Tokyo's filler, you're going to get a really good show. Because Tokyo's biggest problem to me was its filler. And the characterization in the first 10 to 15 episodes of the show. But other than that, if you watch all the story important episodes of Tokyo, it's a really good show. This, however, is not so because and I can't really I couldn't sift through the crap of Ghost because each episode, no matter how fillery it was, had at least one piece of important story progress. And I'll give Ghost this. I do like it when Kamen is serialized, and so I'll give Ghost this. I really do like that. Like Gaim was a lot more serialized than Ghost, but Ghost was still a serialized show to me, and I appreciate that because I rather you give me a reason to watch the filler, even if I fucking hate it. I want you to give me a reason to watch the filler. Because you should make me want to watch everything so I can get plot important details. So I'll give Ghost this. Its serialized nature is pretty good. Doesn't make it good though. What else can I bring up on how preachy this show is? And quite frankly, every time they speechify and all the lessons they're trying to teach, it feels so ham-fisted, like a fucking croquet mallet to your face. They just slam you in the face with all these moral messages about sorry
guys, I might have to mute my mic. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Like protecting the smiles of little children and always eat your vegetables and you know always give a shit to homeless children. Just like look, I get its intentions, but the way it's presented, it comes off as preachy.
Not only is it preachy as all fuck, but it's also incredibly fucking hollow. Like it doesn't feel like the writers of the show actually believe the stuff they're saying. They're just saying this because...
And I'm back. My dad wanted to show me a snowball machine gun.
Now that's more interesting than Kamen Rider Ghost, the snowball machine gun.
I watch a show called Outrageous Acts of Science. It is a really damn cool show featuring some really crazy shit.
Awesome.
Anyway, back to the bullshit of Ghost.
Yeah. As Riley and I were saying, this show is incredibly preachy, and to me, it also feels incredibly fucking hollow. Because I can't connect with any of these characters. I can't feel what they're going through. So not only can I not connect and can I not really agree with what they're saying, but it also feels like the writers of the show, the people that are making this, don't actually believe this themselves. The only reason they're saying it is because it will be a great lesson to tell the little kiddies. Feelings and humanity is awesome. Then this is another problem that I think it shares with the Saban era. It's empty platitudes about how awesome we are, and I don't agree with that. I'm not a raging misanthrope, but I don't think we're the greatest thing ever. So even as someone that doesn't think humanity is a scum of the fucking planet, even I find this fucking annoying because I know it's not true. Yeah, we can do great things. But with the way the show presents it, humanity is the best fucking thing ever. We can do everything. We can go to space. We can go to space.
And we can all shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Again, back with Takeru, especially with Takeru, he's always doing it every 5 fucking seconds, and I hate that.
There's a non-stop train for how much he has to fucking go on a speech, and so onto the villain side of the story. It's honestly no better. It's just as generic as our main characters, because it's nothing interesting. Okay. I'll give it 1. I do like the idea for the reason why the main dude wanted to, didn't I turn, I put on a do not disturb, sorry, you probably heard a Skype sound. Okay, sorry, you guys talk, just letting our audience know we we might get a new person on the podcast right now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and at one point Takeru said like someone asked him, "What's your power?" and he's like, finding out people's feelings and passing on those feelings to those of the future. What does that even mean?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like, what are you saying?
I was like, hold on 1 second. English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yeah, this is just, like it's dull, preachy, and doesn't make a whole lot of sense sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
Alright. Yeah, this... Okay, bloody hell, I lost my train of thought. Okay, back to the villains. As I was saying, I do like the story behind why the father wanted to create the Ganma world, because he didn't want anyone to go through the tragedy of losing their loved ones from either illness or accidents, or he wanted everyone to live eternally in harmony in the universe where they wouldn't have to die. This was his perfect world, and honestly, there are things wrong with that, but at least I felt for him. I liked that idea for the reason why the Ganma world was created, and be quite frankly, and I actually kind of liked the dad, Alan's dad, because he just came off as a guy that didn't want anyone to face any more tragedy anymore. I don't know why I can't remember why he wanted to invade the human world again, unless that wasn't his idea. But yeah, I agreed that, and I even kind of felt for him when he died. Like, don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. This is one of the other problems with Ghost, is that it has this very underlining theme of daddy issues, and it really and that pisses me off too. But
yeah, it's ridiculous.
One of the things I didn't like about the whole Ganma world shit is that we really should have gotten the information behind the Ganma world the first time we came there. Not really cool to leave it till like the second or third to last episode of the series. Yeah, I'm not letting that go.
Yeah, we don't know anything about the Ganma world until the end. And by the end, I just don't care.
Don't just give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I just don't give a fuck. Where's my tequila?
Where's the booze?
This entire show's a mess.
Yeah. Okay, so I think as we go along, I can highlight more problems that are wrong with the villain. So, but I think people get the general idea of what we think of Ghost story and what's the problem with it. And I think we can get to more like little individual individual problems as we go along with the characters. All right, so let's go to the characters. So let's start with our main writer, Tenkuchi Takeru. He died on his 18th birthday by a rape-painted Ganma. Shut
the fuck up! For the love of shit, I could not take him saying that every single fucking beginning of the episode. Shut up!
If we learn anything from this series, never make the main character the narrator. They should have just gotten the guy that voiced the Ghost Driver to be the narrator, like they're doing with, like I think that they're doing with X8, and they're done with a lot of the previous Kamen Rider shows. Though, to be frank, in O's, the narrator was also the voice of the Birth Driver, not the O's Driver, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the voice of the Ghost Driver was a guy named MCAT. He actually did a couple of insert theme songs for Kamen Rider before, most notably with Hibiki, where he did the song Flashback.
Yeah, he also did the song. He also was featured on the Ridership song "People with No Name," and I really like that track. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that was pretty neat to see him finally voice a bell, because and I do like his singing voice. But back to Takeru himself. So I think you already know like the main problems that we have. He's generic, he's preachy, but to get to more like isolated instances, let's go to Grateful Damashi's debuts, in which he in which he goes completely fucking emo, just doesn't care, just wants to sit his ass by the lake and do jack shit because everything is pointless. Why do we have to do this? Everyone's going to die anyway.
Everything's pointless. We're all gonna die. I can't spell my toku nonsense anymore.
It's like, oh, shut the fuck up, you preachy crybaby.
And then Makoto became the bland goody-goody for that episode. It was like some Freaky Friday shit.
Yeah, just like, what am I watching?
And then at the end of all of this, we're talking to acts like an emo little bitch. He gets grateful?
Because
the fuck?
he doesn't fucking deserve grateful. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still don't get me wrong, I know the reason why the icons left him, so they could form grateful, but still, like, why the fuck did they just fucking leave him for no fucking reason? Don't get me wrong, he was an emo little shit, but you know he's better than that. Why just abandon him? Okay. Can I go on a tangent? Can I go on a tangent? Just for a second. About
You have the floor. You have the floor, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. And my problem really goes down to the way they wrote the historical figures of the show. Because so we have 15 of them, spanning from many countries and many time periods, but my biggest problem with it is that the way they are written, they basically turned these historical figures who range from badass to really important figures in history, they regress them to fucking Teletubbies. That's what it is to me. They're fucking Teletubbies. They're cute little quirky, wacky characters that get to do so many hijinks. Isn't it so quirky and funny? 5-year-old audience, laugh.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. That's like they do all like this show has a lot of dumb toku humor, and it's all, I wouldn't say it's as shoved in your face as Ninja's humor was.
Because to be perfectly honest, I think Sentai's a lot worse at shoving in any humor. But can I just say, I gotta be honest, 14 of them are Teletubbies. Edison, he's just a fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just keeps on repeating his fucking name every time when he keeps getting brought up.
And can I also just say that this goes to show how shallow and how this show absolutely has no depth, because, a lot of these characters come from, Europe or Asian Japan or America, but here's the thing. All of them, at least the more sillier ones, are given goofy-ass Japanese children preschool television show voices. and they don't put in any effort to make him speak the original language they came from. Like, only Edison was the one that was allowed to speak English. The Grimm brothers, Beethoven, they didn't speak a lick of German at all. Like,
yeah, fun little fact. All 15 ghosts were voiced by one fucking dude.
that makes sense because Himiko didn't sound like a princess. They just made him sound like a fucking fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who voices the 15 ghosts. I believe his name was Tomokazu Seiki. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I can't really say the right name at the top of my head because I can't really say it without seeing the name. Basically, he was Domon Kashu in G Gundam, the voice of the fucking Mobirates in Gokaiger, and he was also the voice of BB Debbie in Mega Ranger.
Oh, so that's the reason why when they then they sound like screeching Oompa Loompas, just like the Mobirates. Anyway, I know Dawson wrote it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the voice of the Mobirates, but it's a high Oompa Loompa. It's a screechy on speed Oompa Loompa. That's the voice of the Mobirates. Alright, so our guest couldn't really get her stuff to work, so she's not going to be here, sadly, but she's with us in our hearts. We connect our feelings with her, just like Takeharu does with the rest of the planet. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Shut up.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, Takeru, yeah, he's like, look. Wait, we were talking about the episode 23 where the icons just selfishly left him.
Yeah, I'd also left through a tangent where I ragged on how essentially they turned these historical figures into Teletubbies. What I also really hate is the episode where Billy the Kid possessed, I think, the character of the week, and like, I'm fucking sorry, but he was a fucking outlaw. Don't. He shot 21 people dead. I'm sorry, I'm never going to like Billy the Kid as a human being, no matter how badly you already explorify him.
Actually, he did. Actually, the person Billy the Kid possessed is Canon, Makoto's sister.
Oh, right. I forgot about her because she's so bland.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm so quirky, I'm gonna shoot my water guns at you. Laugh.
I don't even think he used a fucking pistol. I think he used a rifle, at least in the picture of that. The only documented picture of him, at least. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he actually did use little tiny water pistols, from what I remember.
Yeah, I mean, that's not historically accurate. Though, let's face it, Garrus doesn't care about historical accuracy, because they turn everyone into a fucking Teletubby, like I said, so...
But, yeah, these icons, so they just selfishly left Takeru during, his meltdown.
Yeah. So, yeah, Takeru just becomes a selfish emo jackass who gives up on everything, and it's, like... They try to justify it by him seeing people disintegrate, like in those capsules, but it's so out of nowhere. I don't even think they showed a hint of him giving up towards the end of the episode before they went to episode 23. Just when episode comes into 23, oh no, I'm suddenly emo. I want to sit my ass at a lake and bitch and moan.
Yeah, just.
So what, do you have any, other problems with the episode, Zeltrax?
Aside from the bullshit when Takeru got Mugen, aside from the bullshit that Takeru went through to get Grateful, I'm good.
Yeah, okay, so we might as well move to, we might as well move to the episode where he got Mugen, because this also highlights another problem I have with the show, because...
Oh,
God.
Lex, you're gonna learn a lot of behind-the-scenes bullshit with this one.
No.
Oh, boy. You're gonna learn a lot here.
Alright, so they pretty much just rehashed Forza, where the power of friendship and fifis and oh so quirky emotions help bring Takeru back to life. Yeah.
Look, like, at least with that, like, the main theme, I can maybe buy it there, because the main theme of the show was friendship. So, in one way, it kind of does, maybe, I don't know.
Like,
but,
like,
yeah, one of the problems in the episode where he gets the Mugen Ghost icon, he doesn't really transform in the Mugen that episode.
No. Yeah, he's just all glowy and mystical. And then they finally probably debate him in the next episode, where they just cut off, and then, the
fun part, Lex, the company that produces the Kamen Rider suits, Rainbow Zoken, they didn't have the suit ready when it was time to film for it.
Oh, wow, that's pathetic. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we couldn't
the course of the back I learned from
see it,
Shinto.
so just,
Oh, that's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, they didn't have Mugen's suit ready for the time when they were trying to film episode 34, I believe it was. I think it was 33.
It was episode 30.
Yeah,
30.
30.
It was episode 33, because the usual pattern for debuting final forms is between episodes 30 and 34. When super forms like Grateful, the usual pattern is between episodes 19 and I think 23. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the pattern it's been for the past few years anyway. But this episode also highlights another problem I have, which also relates to a problem Linkara had with Samurai. The Takeru worship. Oh my god. Everyone praises this little shit. He's the greatest fucking thing ever. He does so many amazing things. He's going to save the world. He's Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I am sick of these. I am so sick of them praising him, because it feels so fucking hollow again. It's not like Gaim where Kota how do I word this? Kota's, like, importance to the show, and him becoming Fruit Jesus, like, that felt more real, that felt more deserved, because of just how well written the show was, and the fact of the matter is, there weren't that many people that even worshipped him. Kaito didn't worship him. By the end of the show, Michi didn't worship him. The only person that was really by his side that you could classify as worshipping Kota was Mai. And you also got to remember, at the start of the show, Mai would shit on him, which is one of my problems with Mai at the start of the show. But yeah, he was a very important and integral part to saving the world, and he obviously had a destiny, and I was okay with that. But there wasn't so much build-up, there was build-up, but there wasn't so much hollow build-up, and there wasn't so much hollow worship of him. It's the same problem Linkara has with Samurai, where all the main characters were worshipping Jaden. They couldn't do a goddamn thing without Jaden. And the same thing here. Takeru is the greatest thing ever. He's Jesus Christ. He can do anything. He's going to save the world. All these empty platitudes and worshipping lines towards a guy, which just makes me want to go, oh my god, why don't they just have a fucking orgy with him then? Oh my god, I am so sick of the goddamn worship of this character, because he doesn't fucking deserve it. He is a bland, uninteresting, speechifying, skinny, white rake, and there's nothing about him that makes him stand out from the rest of the writers that are like him. I thought Eji's bland, but he's a better goody-goody writer than you are. Kota, he was a better goody-goody writer than you are because he's an actual fucking character. You can actually relate to him because he was an actual fucking human being. Kuga was a fucking better goody-goody writer, and I can't really explain why, but there was just something about the writing of that show that just didn't make him completely uninteresting. Something wrong, Zeltrax?
Wow, you ranted for a full 2 minutes there. I'm both amazed and disturbed at the same time.
I can go on for the. I wish the viewers could see the chat because he just has this long ass emoji in the chat. It's pretty funny. Yeah, like when I'm mad, I get really mad, and when I can rant, I fucking rant. But I really hated the worship of his character. It was unnecessary. It was hollow, and also the worst part, it was cringeworthy. Oh my god, the cringe! I have never felt so much cringe from a Kamen Rider show ever.
I think the cringe is even worse than the Ghost movie.
Like, God. It's like again, like I was gonna say what you just said about Koda. Like, not everyone was on his side most of the time.
No one was riding his cock, essentially. Like, only I think Mai was pretty much the only one, and even back, and this wasn't from the start. Like, even from the start, it did feel like everyone thought Takeru was the greatest fucking thing known to man. Like he was greater than sliced bread. That's what everyone thought, and I just
like this is what. Do you see why I think Koda's a much better Takeru, essentially?
Yeah, I understand, because look, I think everyone watching the podcast is obvious that Riley and I are very biased towards Ganma. It's our favorite Kamen Rider series, but there's a reason why. Like I watched Ganma by myself, and I loved so many things about it, and Ganma was like an oasis in this current era of Kamen Rider because it brought back early Heisei tropes. It was incredibly well serialized. It did have a few problems because Ganma's not perfect. It had like a few problems, like most like the 3 episodes that it didn't get to have because of stupid movie tie-ins, and I don't really understand why Kaido went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs by the end. But whatever, that's something I can discuss in the Ganma podcast when we eventually do that. But Kota deserved what he got. He was such a well-written character. And then we have Takeru, and he's not interesting. I don't care about Takeru. He's annoying, he's preachy, and for one episode, I hated him, which was the Grateful Damashi debut. I don't like Takeru. There's nothing about this pasty white skinny boy that I like.
His character begins and ends with goody good main rider spouts toku nonsense. That is it. Just
hey, spout that toku nonsense, I puke. The
end. Do you have any of your own personal issues with Takeru Zeltrax?
You guys pretty much all said my grievances with the guy. I hated his speeches every single episode, especially when he did the recaps at the beginning of the episode. Oh, for the love of God, shut the fuck up!
Oh, that's so annoying.
I did not like the episodes where he gained power-ups for being fucking emo. It's just, oh fucking hell. Like, can we move on to other characters, please?
Yeah, okay. So, Makoto! Generic douchebag writer at the start and becomes absolutely uninteresting after his arc is done, and he's incredibly fucking emo throughout most of the show, thinking he has to, make up for his sins, which the worst thing he did was kick his... the worst thing he did
was... Alec, let me say something here.
Alright.
Okay, look. Kenichi Joji, you know what he did? He let's see. Let's see. Took over the digital world. I'm talking about Kenichi Joji from Digimon Adventure 02. Took over the digital world, enslaved Digimon and controlled Digimon so they could become his slaves, essentially. Sunset Shimmer stole a crown and tried to turn everyone into mindless zombies to take over Equestria. You just kicked your best friend's ass.
Really, his biggest sins are one, kicking his best friend's ass and prioritizing his sister over everyone else. Which, by the way, there is nothing wrong with that. You want to save your sister. That's completely understandable. I can understand. If my sister was trapped in a fucking eyeball, I'd want to save her too. I'd prioritize that over everything else. My god.
Yeah!
Like,
I don't know how Makoto got a fucking vase in him all to himself.
I think it's just part of this thing. I think it's just what they're doing now. They're giving like, I don't know, other writers like their own like V Cinema movies every year, like they did with Gains and the Drive sagas and whatnot.
Look, if they can actually add more characters,
best V Cinema, the best V Cinema they've yet to top, in my personal opinion, Chaser. Nothing can top it. The Heart Mock V Cinema came close. Chaser cannot be beat at all.
Yes. Yeah, Makoto is just your big, bad, brooding secondary writer who, thinks he's tough shit. He's better than the main writer, but the main writer does something. They both become BFF Facebook friends, and after that, he just doesn't do anything.
Though there was one creepy bit in episode 34 where Takeru transforms into Mugen, where we get the stock footage transformation. Makoto really has a little sister inferiority complex.
Oh my god!
A very creepy complex.
Oh god! I remember watching that, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you want to fuck your sister? Do you seriously want to fuck your sister? Because quite frankly, and don't get me wrong, it's probably already happened in a fanfic somewhere, so whatever. But my god, do you really want to stick your dick in your little sister? My fucking god. Oh my god. The weird implications from that scene alone just makes it wrong. And not to mention just the way he reacted to it. Kanon-chan? Kanon-chan? Kanon-chan! Ugh.
It's weird, it's creepy, and
it's like, why did they even have to bring this up? Why is this even a thing? Why did they have to imply he wants to have kinky incestual sex with his little sister? It's like, it's like...
Then it didn't help when Makoto got a clone arc. Just, why did he have to have a clone arc?
Because they're desperately trying to they're desperately trying to add more character to him, and they're trying to give him more of a fucking purpose. When, look, you know what? I can appreciate it, because as much as I love Double, I really don't like that Terry essentially just became comic foil by the end of the show. But here's the thing, he was still an interesting character, and at least his antics were funny. What's Makoto doing?
Yeah, the other thing I didn't like about the Makoto clone arc is that as soon as the Makoto clone got a Deep Spectre icon, and as soon as both the real Makoto and the clone started using them at the same time, you're gonna tell which one was which on either side of the fight.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
think that's the reason why they had the clone use normal Spectre for a while, so that way you can tell who was who on each side of the fight.
Yeah, okay. I have two of my own problems with the Makoto clone art, besides the fact of how unnecessary it is. one, the repetitive nature of these two fighting. He turns to Deep Spectre, kicks the clone's ass, it disappears, he has a mini heart attack. Kicks his ass, has a mini heart attack. Kicks his ass, has a mini heart attack. Kicks his ass, has a mini heart attack. My god, can we do anything interesting with this?
Just Kagon. Kagon. Kagon.
And I don't even
Oh my god. Oh my
the-
god. I just realized something about the Makoto clone thing.
What?
They ripped off Dino Thunder!
Sort of. I guess. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a similar kind of story, but here's
I just got reminded of Dino Thunder's whole clone White Ranger thing.
Yeah.
And just correlated it with my. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's just okay. I'll give Ghost this. The clone idea is done a little tiniest bit better in Ghost, mostly because they actually do bring up the "Am I a real boy?" thing with this, but it doesn't go anywhere. And I don't really get the point of Makoto having a goddamn heart attack every single time. Like, was that? Did they ever explain why he has many heart attacks every single time he destroyed the clone? Because the most I got from that is the more he destroyed the clone, the more of him of his original self he lost, and the more of his self went to the actual clone. But that's just a theory, and it's probably not even a very good theory. So it's like
I'm guessing. That's probably what happened. I'm guessing that's probably what happened. I'd have to watch the episodes again just to make sure.
I don't know, and I don't care.
I don't understand why did Adele think it was necessary to create a Makoto clone? What was his plan from the beginning when he made that fucking clone? What because here's the thing about and okay, and here's the thing about Adele, his plan fucking sucks. He just I don't know
what plan. He flip-flops on his plan every. He flip-flops on his plan every 2 to 3 episodes.
It's just
Yeah, remember that whole thing about Alex? Remember, in our first podcast where Alex was like, Adele's a very interesting villain? We take that back.
Yeah, we take that back because I don't agree with that anymore. I have no idea why I even said that. Probably because at the start maybe he was, but by the end, no. That interest just went down the fucking drain. Another
thing with Adele that Lex hasn't seen. Another thing with Adele that Lex hasn't seen yet because he hasn't seen the last 3 episodes. Adele has done a lot of heinous shit. That you really think that the character cannot be redeemed. They obviously try to redeem the guy by the end of the series. It's like, what?
Was he actually redeemed? Was Adele actually redeemed though when they destroyed his form? Did he get up, give Takeru a big fucking hug, and did they have a giant fucking party in the temple or something?
No, Adele died by trying to stop the Great Eye, but then the Great Eye possessed him, and Takeru had to kill Adele in order to stop the connection, and that somehow got Adele's spirit to redeem itself. I have no fucking clue.
Oh my god! People like to give friendship. People like to give friendship as magic for redeeming their main villains. But at least it's at least fucking okay. Sorry. I start to stammer when my thoughts go in a million miles a second. Okay.
It's okay.
Look. Starlight Glimmer's redemption was rushed. I will agree there. But when you see her in season 6, she's kind, she's cute, and she's endearing. So, and you can even kind of saw those hints when they redeemed her in the season 5 finale. When they redeemed Sunset, was it a stupid redemption? Yes, but when she came back in Rainbow Rocks, well, she's my favorite character of all time, so that speaks for itself. I don't like that they redeemed Discord, but at least at times they show shades of what the good person he became. This is a last minute redemption, and he sacrifices himself pointlessly, and this just adds to one of my biggest problems with the show. Everyone is fucking forgiven. I'm sure if you burn down an orphanage, I'm sure if you burn down an orphanage, but you raped all, I'm sure if you went to an orphanage, raped all the orphans, and burned it down, Takeru would forgive you. I'm not even joking.
And that's another thing I want to bring up. Like, out of left field, completely out of left field. This is brought up entirely out of left field. But Adele is the one who killed Takeru's father.
Oh, of course. Like, that's not even a shocking revelation.
That just comes completely out of left field. Again, sorry if I'm repeating. If I sound like a broken record, I'm sorry, but it is. He at first Takeru's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you for killing my dad." Next scene after that, Alan's just like, "Sorry, my dad killed. Sorry, my brother killed your dad." And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. I forgive him."
I'm like, what? You can't forgive a character that fast!
What is wrong with you? Do you have bipolar disorder?
I get. And
would explain a lot about the show, to be perfectly honest.
And this just goes back to my problem with this show in general, is that it's so preachy, and they're trying to teach this moral of forgiveness, but no one deserves the forgiveness that they are giving. Absolutely no one. The only one that deserved the forgiveness that they got was Makoto, but he dwells on it for the rest of the fucking show. So, the only time there's a deserved fucking forgiveness, I deserve fucking forgiveness. Like, the only person that deserved, that deserved to be forgiven, he dwells on it. Like, what kind of ass backwards world is this? It should be the character, it should be Sennen that dwells on the shit that he does and doesn't properly and gets forgiven. Because that would be understandable. But, oh my god, the show is so ass backwards with its morals, and it's all so hollow. It's also not deserved. This show is awful. Ugh.
Yeah, and then the last guy Ghost fights is the Great Eye manifested into a writer form, which is a gold repaint of Extremer from the Ghost movie.
Who apparently also just spout evil. And all he spouted was just evil Toku nonsense. Apparently.
Yeah, that's all he did. And the final emotion that Takeru apparently has to learn is love.
Yeah, the final move that the Mugen icon needed was the love bomber.
So, can I also just say something unintentionally hilarious with the show? Is the 2 times that Takeru heard his mother. Every time he woke up, Akari was right in front of his fucking face.
Does that mean
Takeru loves Akari? Which, to be perfectly frank, I'd be okay with that. I like childhood friends becoming lovers. I like that trope. I think it's really cute and really adorable. But the love he probably learned was the love from his mother or his father, right? It was parental love, right?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, it was the love of his parents.
Yeah, because it could be, because it was actually Takeru just coming out, he was in love with Akari. That'd actually be interesting.
But now it's just Wait, we were talking about Makoto, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, when I said we discussed the story, we're probably going to catch up on some things we missed, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. All right.
I think we said everything we need to say about Makoto. He's boring, he's bland. At the start, he was emo, he thinks he needs to be forgiven, and they need... Oh, and can I just say that Okay, in episodes 39 and 40 is probably, like, the worst, filler two-parter of the show, because of just I fucking hate Mayu! She is such a cunt! She is the biggest cunt in this goddamn show!
I did not like the episode with the magnetism gun miser. Oh my god. That was like one of the worst fillers of a TV show I've ever seen in my life.
I think the only thing she said, the only thing I liked that she said that I think the audience could probably sympathize with, Takeru, did anyone ever tell you you're annoying?
Oh that was the only thing. I even posted that on Facebook. The audience watching the show,
and I kind of made a meme out of that. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, that was like the only realistic thing said throughout this entire show.
And of course, her saying that doesn't even faze Takeru at all.
It's like, nope, I forgive you.
Oh, God. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That was a lot more of a minor. That's a very minor insult. I'm okay with Takeru for giving that, but that doesn't even hit him in the head. But I probably know why. Because the show has its metaphorical cock so high up Takeru's ass that you know her saying that probably was blasphemy. Complete blasphemy! How dare you say that about our god, Tenkuchi Takeru, you bitch! That's probably what it was like.
But yeah, Makoto, he's bland, he's just your basic secondary writer stereotype. That's all he is, that's all he ever will be, and but
back to the point I was trying to make about him in episode 39 and 40 is that the episode's entire thing was daddy issues, and they just out of nowhere bring up Makoto's fucking daddy issues, which is just a very lazy tie-in to the fucking movie. To be perfectly honest, Drive wasn't the greatest Kamen Rider series known to man, but the way it tried to tie its continuity into the movie was very good. There was the lingering main villain of the lingering question about the movie, which of course was Evil Krim. He was there for a good few episodes, and that was a really nice connection to the Drive movie. And I heard the Drive movie was really good too. So it was a really good tie-in from a really good first.
It was fantastic. Please give it a watch. Actually,
I will.
Surprise Future is fucking amazing.
Yeah, and the second half of Drive was really good too. That was a really good and smart tie-in to the movie. Ghost tie-in. I hate my father. He left me and Canon. Canon cried when he left.
Shut up, you wannabe Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's another thing I want to say. His fucking Am I a Real Boy and Clone Story reminds me of the game Shadow the Hedgehog when Shadow first saw the Shadow androids. Now, I don't think that was the greatestly. That's a new word, well, folks. Greatestly. That wasn't the best written thing at all. And the story of Shadow the Hedgehog is not good at all. It's fucking stupid. But that had so much more merit just due to Shadow having amnesia. Don't get me wrong. It was really out of nowhere. Shadow just going, "What the? Am I an Android 2, but that felt more in place, and that was a plot thread that came up from Sonic Heroes. It's like that, like, as much as I don't really care for the Am I a Real Boy storyline that I did with Shadow and Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, at least that was a lot more interesting, and people at the time were legitimately thinking, is Shadow an android? I don't think anyone cared enough to think if Makoto was the real Makoto. And I knew from the start he was the real Makoto. There was no tension. There was no mystery. Like, ugh.
Fuck.
Okay,
Just-
okay.
Well, we might as well
Now
move on to the next Ghost Rider.
Alan, the best character on the show.
If you want
That's
to.
the Eurocent.
Not saying much though.
But that's not
Yeah.
saying
Not-
much, though.
Yeah, like
Yeah, not saying best character on the show. Alan, Kamen and Necrom.
like it's not saying a whole lot, but it's still something. You take what you can get,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you
Like-
take what you get.
He has a very interesting story.
Well, as interesting as Ghost can be, because quite frankly, it was pretty much your generic, he comes from another world, he goes to the other world, you know, learns how fucking beautiful and majestic he is, you know, is conflicted between what side he's on, he's then betrayed, and then he joins the good guys. That is pretty much his story, and it's another generic storyline. Do you know what I said to myself of how generic? Do you know what I said to myself like last night when I was watching Ghost and just utterly baffled about how generic the show got? Josh Haber is looking at the show. Josh Haber is looking at the show, going, "Man, not even I'm that generic." And for those who don't get the joke, I think Josh Haber is not my favorite writer on Friendship is Magic. A lot of the episodes he wrote from I think he started writing in season 4, and a lot of the episodes he wrote I wasn't big fans of because they were pretty much just your generic tropey plots. But here's the thing, he got a lot better with it. The more he wrote for the show, the more he was able to do something interesting with the trope. Ghost never did anything interesting with the tropes they were trying to present. At all. Which is why I say if Josh Haber was to look at the show, he'd go, "Man, not even I'm that generic."
Yeah, it's like, and yeah, Alan's story, he has an interesting story. Like, even if it does come off as, well, cliched a little bit.
I personally, I don't think it's that interesting at all. I kind of just saw it as just like a stripping of anything interesting he had. And to be perfectly honest, I'd still like Alan. Like, he's the only character that doesn't annoy me, because quite frankly, he felt like the most level-headed of everyone around him, and everything that came out of his mouth was not annoying or stupid, at least most of the time. If it, like when they turned him into a joke character, I really hate it. Like in the dream. When he had like the takoyaki like thing on his head and he was just like gorging on this stuff, like just more dumb Tokyo humor that I really have no idea why Toei feels the need to pander to the lowest common denominator when it comes to this stuff. Like I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy that dwells on the good old days of tokusatsu, but what happened?
Like,
Double was
yeah.
funny. Double was funny.
Yeah.
Oz was funny. Decade was funny. Kiva could be funny. Kabuto could be funny.
Deno was funny.
Oh, Deno was
Like-
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, Deno was fucking hilarious.
like humor is subjective, but
Yes.
the humor
And-
in Ghost doesn't click with us.
No, and like if you found Ghost to be funny, and again, if you love Ghost, that's fine. We have nothing against you. Continue to enjoy Ghost. More power to you. You're obviously seeing something that I can't, and I respect that. But okay, it's either this, either the type of humor Ghost uses has been here since the start, and I am just incredibly sick of it and wary of it, or there is something wrong. And I certainly hope it's the latter, because I don't want to become jaded. I don't want to become weary of everything. I don't want to become sick of this. I love Toku. Toku's one of my biggest passions, and I don't want to become jaded of it. Like, so I certainly hope it's just Ghost doing something wrong that's not clicking with me. And don't get me wrong, there was a couple of things I found amusing in Ghost, but it wasn't much. But back to Alan, sorry, you can go ahead.
I think, the thing with Alan is that after he joined up, he just stopped being interesting for me anyway.
He was a lot
he
more
mostly
interested.
He just showed up for fights.
Yeah, like I hate to put it this way, but he was a lot more interesting. He was a lot more interesting when he was jealous of Takeru, like having Makoto over him. He took his boyfriend. That's the only time he was interesting. where he was jealous that Takeru took his gay lover.
He took my boyfriend. Just that thing was like, he was better off as a villain, honestly.
Can I also just say how fucking useless the mind-controlled Makoto storyline was, and how absolutely went nowhere? Like, seriously.
Like pretty much everything.
Like, seriously, Alan comes out of nowhere, drops the Necrom icon into Makoto's Ghost Driver, and then boom, Necrom Spectre. I like the design. I kind of like how mindless and kind of like creepily nothing it is, but it's just another. The secondary writer is under mind control subplot or something along the lines of that. Here's the thing. Drive did this, and I don't look. Mark wasn't. We thought he. Spoiler alert, we thought he was mind-controlled, but he really wasn't at the end. He was just being a double agent. But that storyline was done a lot more interesting in Drive, and I didn't even think it was the best fucking thing there either. But it was interesting, and the twist at the end was interesting. Absolutely nothing with this. Nothing at all. Just plops the Necrom icon into the Ghost Driver, and he's Necrom Spectre now. Like, just...
Yeah. Just
and to be quite frankly, the worst part wasn't even that. It was fucking Canon walking around like just following Alan around like a basketball, going, "Give me my Oni-chan back! Give me my Oni-chan back! I am not leaving you till you give me my big brother back!
I want my brother back! I want my brother back!"
I just wanted Alan to turn around and slap her, because I wanted her to shut the fuck up and just stop being an annoying little nuisance.
I was waiting for Alan to slap Callan in the face, and then he never did. What the hell?
And the only reason I think they did that is
to give Callan something to do.
Yeah, well, there's that too, and I kind of felt like that they were planning on like giving Alan and kind of like sort of like a romance subplot, which I am not sure, because with the way Canon talks about Alan, it always sounds like she wants to bone him. So, like, I just.
We'll talk about Canon in a bit.
Yeah. Alan. Oh, and also the Gun Catcher stuff, when he lost his conviction. Can I just say how unamusing and uninteresting that entire fucking, like, training segment was. I didn't even know he was training to get the gun catcher. He was just trying, like, I honestly thought he would actually practice with the damn thing. And what character were we learning from that he lost his ambitions? I guess, but I didn't find it funny. It was pretty much just Alan just fucking around with shitty cosplayers. That's all it was, and I didn't find it funny. And the part that I find unintentionally hilarious was like the fucking was when, you know, he was all alone. He was spying on Sunzo's little 3 minions there, and they were doing this superly awesome technique, and I'm just like, what awesome technique? The awesome technique of leapfrog? What the fuck was he trying to learn? He was literally pretty much just hopping into the air like an utter dumbass and falling on his ass. Like, what was he learning? I don't know what he was learning, because he certainly wasn't learning how to point the gun catcher or anything. Like, oh my god.
That's going on to Twitter.
Wow.
And the worst part is, he got his conviction, and then suddenly he pulls the gun catcher out of his ass when he was fighting Geki Chopper. I don't know the actual character's name, nor do I fucking care. But it comes right the fuck out of nowhere, and to me, that was one of the worst cases of the show being a fucking toy commercial I've ever seen. And by the way, that's another problem with Ghost. This show is the worst case of being a fucking toy commercial, especially during the first 2 episodes when they just kept throwing icons into your fucking face every episode, not giving you proper time and space to debut this shit. Like,
Yeah. I don't like that about Ghost either.
And the gun oh, by the way, and the gun catcher sucks.
It's pretty much just a gun hand with a tumor on it. It's not aesthetically pleasing.
Like, I have nothing against, like, repainted weapons or anything of the like. It's just,
yeah, and to be perfectly honest, I do like the color scheme of it. What I don't like is the fucking tumor on it for the icon for the icon slot. And to be perfectly frank, did you know that there actually is a magnet inside the Mega U loader? So why couldn't they just fucking give it the magnet gimmick? Oh, no, I know why. To give you extra incentive to buy the fucking thing by putting in DX version of the Columbus and Nightingale icons. That's the only reason why they did it.
That thing is not worth the money. Just buy the icons separately if you can.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love the voice of the Mega U loader and the gun catcher. I really do. It's one of the coolest voices for a Toku toy. But I believe the guy who voices the Mega U-Loader is Peter Von Grom. Yeah.
I'll probably look it up later, but yeah, he is awesome.
Yeah, I love his fucking voice, but perfectly honest, if you just want to listen to the sound clips, just go on to DeviantArt and just go to a flash belt or soundboard. There's actually this really awesome soundboard and flash belt made by DeviantArt user. I forget his name right now, but it's really good. He's been
Comics.
Yes, him. If you just want to listen to the sound clips of it, go to that soundboard. You'll get the satisfaction of listening to that awesome guy doing his awesome voice, and you won't have to waste like you won't have to waste like $100 on this useless repaint. Like, and the only reason the only reason they probably did it was just to get some more money, because Ghost Toyline probably, like, does anyone know like how well Ghost Toyline did?
Not a clue.
I don't remember off the top of my hand, but if I recall correctly, I think Ghost might have started tanking a bit. after Grateful.
That
I
makes sense
think
why they did that, because
I'm
the
just
gun,
grasping
the
at
gun.
straws at the moment.
Sorry, big pardon. The gun catcher felt like a goddamn shill. But do you know what it also felt like? It also felt like a last minute addition. Like it's like the writers realized, oh fuck, he doesn't have a proper weapon. Repaint this. But
If you want,
but
if you
go!
want a, if you want, if you want a better like repainted weapon toy, go for the Saber Arrow. Honestly, go for the Saber Arrow from the second Ganma movie.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Sorry. What's the NC joke again?
Quick! We need a new weapons. We need a new weapon for the next episode of Ghost for Alan. Or
No.
It's not very good. I don't care.
yeah, exactly. That's what it felt like to me, and can I just say that the whole Fumibar stuff I just didn't care about. Yeah, him getting attached to this sweet old lady. I didn't even care about her. I just thought she was another stupid dumb character in the show. Like I just didn't care. She was just the lady that made takoyaki balls. Or how the fuck you pronounce it. I don't care. I don't care that she died. And by the way, I really don't see why they had to kill her. It felt really fucking pointless. And not to mention, it only just added on to the Alan Angst train. He just lost his father, and he just lost a sweet little old lady. It's just like, my god, if you add any more angst to him, I expect him to go to a CD shop and buy Hybrid Theory, because that's the kind of music he'll need at the time.
I don't know. I kind of found the relation. I like the old lady, honestly. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know.
I like the relationship Alan had with Grandma Fumi, and also I'm looking at the fiscal earnings for 2015 with Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. From what it looks like, Kamen Rider earned 20.6 billion yen, which was down 1.7 billion yen from the last fiscal year, but it met Bandai's earnings forecasts of 20 billion yen. So Ghost did tank a little bit, but not by much.
Yeah, but that's like the starting sales of Ghost, right? We can't really get a proper one until we get the ones for 2016. Yeah, so we're gonna have to see how much Ghost earned during its last half during 2016. But yeah, it's just, and Alan to me was like such a disappointment by the end because I just, what the fuck was that technique he was trying to learn? Why did they do this? Why did they have to give him a fucking the gun catcher? Why any of this? Why anything? That's it. That's its entire show. What's the fucking point? Because I just don't care. Like, I don't care about any of these characters. I don't care if they, like, it's like I said on Facebook. If those characters all died in one giant explosion, I wouldn't care. I'd go to sleep. I sleep like a baby. Wouldn't even care, because I don't care about any of these characters. All right, let's move to the supporting characters. Let's start with Akari.
The show's skeptic, and oh my god, I just wanted to throttle her with a sledgehammer!
And she was not even a good skeptic, because I'm a skeptic. I know what it's like to be a skeptic, and I'm sorry, if a ghost appeared right in front of me, I'm going to believe in a fucking ghost. I'm not going to go, no, that can't be real. That's scientifically impossible. No. I have to examine it. I have to, it was so fucking stupid.
Like,
Oh.
Like, oh, Akari, 9/11 just happened. Huh? No, that's not scientifically possible.
But the TV, the Twin Towers blowing up. Didn't you see it?
No, it's not. It's not possible. It's I'm a skeptic. I don't like that's not scientifically possible.
God, Akari, you're a stupid bitch.
Like, oh God, Akari. Just like, yeah, that entire thing about, oh no, ghosts don't exist. Ghosts don't exist. Lady, your friend keeps vanishing, disappearing and reappearing.
Like, and it's
Like-
just so fucking it's not funny. People people being annoyingly stubborn is not funny. At least to me, it was just dumb, and her character is pretty much just science. That's all her character is. She likes science. She's Diet Twilight Sparkle.
Except she's not adorkable.
Or interesting. Or a pony princess. Whatever you want to call her.
She wasn't even like Science Twilight.
Sci-Twi. No, nothing like Sci-Twi. So what do you got to say, Zeltrax, about Akari?
Basically, Akari, you're a bitch. Let's move on to the comedy relief. I say that in air quotes.
Oh.
Onari.
Okay, where do I even begin? You see, Toy seems to think that mugging to the camera, putting your face right up to it, and giving the goofiest fucking face is so hilariously quirky, and all the kiddies are going to laugh at that. Yeah, no.
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
obnoxious.
no. It's I hate Onari. He's probably like the worst side character and writer since that one douchebag from Hibiki. I forget his name. He was played by Yuto from Deno.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name.
Yeah, it's just that, I gave Forza side characters shit, but at least I liked two of them. I liked Jay and I liked Tomoko. Jay was funny and kind of aloof, and Tomoko was just a little cute goth girl. I liked them. I didn't hate him. This motherfucker, however... No.
He does nothing but scream obnoxiously and mug to the camera.
And I'll give the show this. He doesn't mug to the camera as badly later in the show, but he's still obnoxious. What's supposed to be funny about him? I don't get it. What's so funny about him shouting at... does Toy just think screaming at the top of your lungs is hilarious?
And which highlights another problem with the show. It's humor. It's like... I wouldn't... Again, it's not nearly as in your face as Ninja was, but they still pulled out all the stops with this.
And it kind of feels like that the only reason why we're supposed to like Onari is because of his quirky hijinks. Isn't he so funny, guys? He's the
way, Lex, before you continue, the name of the actor for Yuto from Deno is Yuichi Nakamura.
Okay, yeah, him.
Yeah,
but yeah, going on to the humor from Ghost, it's like, oh my fucking god, the humor in Ghost just did not work.
It was trying too hard to be like all the Toku humor, all the dumb Toku humor.
Because he thinks shouting in your face, making silly faces, all of this slapstick. That's what the showrunners think the 5-year-old Japanese demographic are going to laugh at, and they might find it funny. But my God, it's the most shallow kind of humor. Like, you also got to appeal to the adult audience too, because I know Kamen Rider has a huge adult fan base in Japan and outside, and most of these people are watching your show and buying your merchandise. Like, be a little more family oriented. Not like the more Kamen Rider goes on, it feels more like a show for 5-year-olds. Because here's the thing to me, Sentai to me was always the show for 8 to 10-year-olds, and then Rider was for like 10 and up. It was for the young teenagers. But both shows could appeal to adults because they both had things that adults could laugh at and find enjoyable. But the more Sentai and Rider go on, they feel more like they're just trying to make a 5-year-old giggle and buy their toys. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, especially with the fucking Onari icon.
Oh, like, and don't... Look, don't get me wrong. I know Rider and Sentai are kids shows. They should think about kids first, and that's completely okay. But you don't treat kids like morons. Why are you giving them the most shallow, easy humor? Like, it's so easy to make a silly face to the camera. It's so easy to yell something dumb at the top of your lungs. It is so easy to run, trip over something, and have your head land in a pie. It's so easy. It's easy humor. Put in some damn fucking effort. Stop pandering to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about, like, with stuff with, like, Double and, like, Go-Onger and Kyoryuger. They put effort into their humor.
Like, don't get me wrong, Go-Onger was... humor was definitely more oriented towards kids. But it was more than just silly faces and, like, getting splashed with water. You know, it was I can't describe Go-Onger's humor, but it was definitely a lot more well thought out than Ghost. And it's kind of a problem I have with X8. Some of X8's humor is very much the same. I'm liking X8 so far, but it's like,
especially the stuff with emu tripping a lot. That's just that just gets old really fast, honestly.
I'm sorry. Do 5-year-olds really think like their main character tripping on a rock and falling flat on his face? That I really think it's that funny. Like, there are only so many times you can see it before you stop laughing. Like, maybe that's the reason why Sentai and Rider have such... Well, I know Sentai has really low rating. Maybe that's why, because when the 5-year-olds start watching the episodes, they can watch, like, 5, get all they care about, and they'll probably move on to something a little more smarter. And then here comes the next cycle of 5-year-olds watching the show, and they'll move on. Like...
Yeah. Onari, look... Like, he's not a terrible person. We don't hate him because he's a terrible person.
No, I don't hate him as a human being. Like, I don't hate any of these characters as human beings. Well, sometimes, actually, a lot of the support characters I hate as human beings. But the main characters and the support characters, not really. They're just kind of annoying and bland. But Onari's... And do you know what? The best scene with Onari is when he's talking to...
Jabbert. Jabbert, that was his name.
Yeah, Jabbert. Because he's calm, he's not mugging to the camera, he's talking in a very normal and calm tone, and it felt natural, it felt real. Why couldn't we get more of that? Nope, mugging to the camera, shouting at the top of my lungs. How quirky! 5-year-old kid, don't you think this is so quirky?
Like... And, yeah, look, humor's subjective, again, but just... The humor in the show doesn't...
I mean, for example, I like dark humor. I like rape jokes. Rape jokes aren't for everyone, and I get why rape jokes aren't for everyone. But here's the thing. I just... I don't find this funny. Again, if you find it funny, that's great. But it's the most shallow form of humor. They could be doing so much more with this.
Like, I'm a quirky guy myself. I'm a quirky guy myself. Just go watch some of my videos.
Shameless, totally shameless blocking. Anywho.
Yeah, I know. I'm quirky myself. I act like a quirky bastard in my videos. It's like, and yet for some reason Lex finds me charming.
I find him very charming, but that's just me. I mean, he's my best friend for a reason. I find him funny, but he doesn't mug to the camera and he doesn't trip over stuff. Like most of his humor is more like just deadpan reactions to how stupid something is. I like sarcastic humor. It's like don't get me wrong, Riley's character in his videos is very silly, but compared to everyone else, he's sort of like the straight man, like Ryeguy wanted to destroy Christmas and stuff like that, and then Riley's just like, really, there should have been more humor like that. And I know it sounds like I'm sucking Riley's dick, and I don't mean to sound like I'm worshipping him. But to me, that's more funny than mugging to the camera, shouting into my lungs, tripping in my head, falls into a goddamn pie.
Like so much screaming, mugging in the air.
And can I just say, Ghost did something that I never thought they'd do. They actually did the joke in one of the episodes, but the camera didn't zoom in and zoom back like a fucking spastic motherfucker for once in their life, and I was actually shocked. Wow. The camera actually stood still during that. Wow. I never thought I'd see the day that happened.
Yeah, Onari, he's I hate him.
And can I just say, why did he have to become an icon? Why did he have to possess Alan? Do you know why I felt like they needed to do that? Because with the recent series, it really feels like the writers just want an excuse for the suit actor to act like a fucking fool in the suit. That's the reason why they did that. Just so they could see the Necrom suit being a fucking little clown. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know this is going to sound really fucking petty, but I don't want to see the Necrom suit dancing around like a fucking clown. It's the Necrom's design is so cool. Don't regress it to level of circus act. I know that sounds really petty, and it probably is, but it really does bother me.
Yeah, just why did that need to be a thing? That wasn't funny, that was just obnoxious, just like anything Onari does.
And it was also an excuse to sell more premium Bandai icons, because that's what I really wanted. A little soundbox so I can listen to Onari's annoying voice whenever I want. Everyone wants that, right?
What about the canon icon? That was so needed.
Okay. Let's just get the canon next. I know she's not the next character in order, but she's a little more interesting, barely, than the other two side characters they have there, but canon. She was just a boring teenage girl, and it was pretty much just an excuse. It was pretty much just an excuse for the show to have a very kawaii character. And she wasn't even that cute to begin with. She's boring. She's
basically our friend LPS Ghoul 13, just no personality.
Strip away all of her character, strip away all of her personality, and that's what you have. It's just someone sort of. And can I just say, and she also kind of felt like a dumbass in distress during the first few episodes she was there, and just I can't do this.
Can I also just say that that the whole story about her being trapped in the icon, it was interesting. Where does it go? Nowhere.
Like, to me, that was an interesting dilemma, but it ended so, like, and again, this is the main problem with the first 12 episodes of the show. It's so fastly paced. It's on sonic speed, the first 12 episodes, and so so there's no real impact to Canon coming back because it was rushed. I didn't really do anything with it. She's just an icon. Makoto is trying to save his sister, and then Takeru, and I think this is the real start of the Takeru worship, where he decided to resurrect. He's decided to bring Kamen back instead of reviving his life, and it's just, she's bland. She's uninteresting. She's
completely useless.
She's completely useless. Like she's pretty much she's reduced to the role of plot device when she's kidnapped a few times. That's all Canon is. What have you got to say, Zeltrax?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about Canon. I really forgot about her.
I don't blame you.
I especially don't have anything. I really don't have anything else to say about the other two temple cleanup boys either. One of whom was actually played by the kid kid Ryotaro from all the way back in Deno's first movie.
Oh God, the poor.
No, I'm not fucking kidding. It is the exact same actor.
Oh no, you can do so much better, man. Okay, my problem with the character is pretty much, we pretty much have fuckboy and diet Onari. That's pretty much like. Yeah.
You're probably asking yourselves, well, what are their names? That's the problem. We don't know their names because we can't even remember them.
Nor do I.
Yeah.
No, I am not wasting my time Googling their names because it's not worth it. I don't care about their names.
What?
So I don't care enough to look them up. No, so don't give me bullshit about easily looking it up because I don't care. Fuck off.
They're not even interesting characters.
They're just extra comic relief. And
it's like,
and another unintentionally hilarious scene from the show in episode 33 when Takeru is dead and they have this scene where everyone is crying and trying to be for Takeru. You have these two idiots like cleaning the floors, running and praising Takeru, and then they cut to the next scene with them and they're like squeezing the water out of the towels while they're sobbing. It's like, Takeru, squeeze the towel. Takeru, squeeze the towel. Ugh.
Like, the only thing I remember about one of them was that one of them had glasses and apparently his mom ran a ramen shop or some crap like that.
Oh, yeah, and another thing, his mother's a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bloody hated it. Like, my God. Just let him be a fucking beta male. He's bettable. Just let him go. Find a third wave feminist. He can marry her. He already has the glasses to be a third wave feminist. So just let him. Just leave him alone. Like, it doesn't really fucking care. Don't push your ideologies or what a real man is onto your own son, especially when he has an inferiority complex. My God, this mother was horrible. And
like,
fucking.
Why can't you be more like your bad boy stereotype father?
The puffy ass pants. Oh my God, it's like. And okay, and did they explain what happened to him? Did he die? Did he run off like a little cockhead? I don't think they ever explained it. I can't remember.
Maybe,
I probably did.
Maybe he left to go stuff his pants more. Because they weren't puffy enough as it is.
He had to go. He had to go and find an air pump to repump the air in them. Oh,
Like, Alec
God.
made a joke about this on his Facebook, but is this really the bad boy stereotype of Japan?
Like, you kind of already saw it in Gentaro, but I would not call Gentaro a bad boy, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
that's kind of been a stereotype in Japan for bad boys. I think I don't know.
yeah, like I know I know this is the stereotype for delinquents, but the fucking puffy pants, really? How can anyone take this seriously?
Just they were. Bottom line, these two were just nothing but bland comic relief. Just
Yeah.
Alright, is it, okay, I'm going to mix Sennen and Edith into the same category since they're the same person, but I'll start with Sennen before we go to Yurisen. Sennen slash Edith. At the start, I thought he was a legitimately interesting mentor figure, and I was curious to find out what happened. Why he revived Takeru, why he gave him the Ghost Driver, why he was doing any of this, and why he was possibly a double agent. I was legitimately interested in it, but again, as time went on, I started caring less and less and less and less and less, and then the bombshell fact of knowing he could have saved Takeru's life at the start, officially gave him douchebag status for me. I don't like him anymore. And I really hated it when he was trying to be funny, where he did the little girly voice, was trying to be all silly, and he bit his finger. God, that was fucking creepy. I don't find that funny. It's just weird and creepy.
I could have revived you. I could have saved you from the 99 days thing, but I didn't. It's okay. I forgive you. Okay.
And do you know what one of the worst fucking parts of, like, the type of humor I try to shove to the show? He comes out of nowhere cosplaying as all of the fucking 15 historical figures, and God, it's so fucking stupid and ridiculous. Like, who finds this funny? I'm sorry, I'm just curious. Who found that scene funny? How is a man in a ridiculous fucking... And it's the same problem I had with, like, the episode where Eagor got grim, and Takeru and the other two superfluous men characters of the we could put in dresses. What's fucking funny about putting a man in a dress? It's just a man in a dress. I don't laugh when a woman's in a suit, so why would I laugh at a man in a dress? It's just a man in a dress. That's all it is. It's not funny, it's just a man in a dress. It's not funny.
Yeah, that was
sorry.
Funny and stupid.
Now, if they were trying to act like women, maybe that could be funny, because that would remind me of Brotherhood Social, where Big Mac was in the dress and he was pretending to be a girl. That's what was funny about it. How he was acting. It wasn't the fact he was in a dress that was funny, it was the way that he was acting that was funny. But, no, they just put it in dresses because, LOL, man in a dress. Isn't that so quirky and comical?
Hordy-dordy-doo.
No! No! It's not funny! It's not topical! It's just cringeworthy!
It's just a man in a dress. Like, I don't like it. So that's Sennen. He started off interesting, and then he got on my shit list for being a piece of shit that could have revived it. I don't give a shit about the whole destiny crap in this, because again, I hate the Takeru worship, so I'm not even gonna dignify it by bringing it up because it was so fucking stupid. But yeah, and other superfluous characters, I guess. The father was just Takeru was an older man. I don't give a shit about him. The other scientist dude with him, I don't care about him. Sayonji, the creepy, disgusting teeth man. He was just a completely pointless villain in the first part of the show, and he died, and I didn't give a shit. Okay. And then to Yurisen, who is the funniest character on the show because he was a snarky little piece of shit.
And also,
Yeah.
he was and Yurison was also, if I may say so, cat! No, seriously, at the end of the show, it's revealed that he is a fucking cat.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about that, but yeah, it's just he's just a snarky little bastard. He makes fun of everyone. He makes fun of Sen, he makes fun of Akira, he makes fun of Takeru. He is the embodiment of the audience. He hates everyone and he makes fun of everyone, and he's just a snarky little twat. I love Yurison. He was the only source of good comedy in this entire goddamn show.
Cats nowadays.
What is it with Toei making their characters snarky little puppet things?
Bastards.
It could be because Ticket was the best character in Takeru. So
Yeah, they Yurison is fucking probably the best, the funniest character in the entire show. Just
he was the only source of good humor. Because here's the thing, sarcastic humor takes brain power because you need to think of a quippy line to say to throw back at him, and that was the only source of depth that the show had with making Yurison. It's like they have one little part of good humor. Okay, and there's also one scene I did find funny, where he had like the takoyaki fucking thing on his head, and Alan was passed out, and he was like sniffing Alan and trying to say, "Do you want to eat me? I'm a takoyaki ball." I thought that was funny.
Wow.
I mostly just like his commentary on on the way he smelled, because that was just more of a snarky humor. But I guess one more other character we can talk about is probably Aria, which is Alan and Adele's sister. I genuinely liked her. I didn't think she was bad. She wasn't that interesting, but I liked her. She shared a name of a siren, and I just generally liked her. She was like one of the other level-headed characters in the show that wasn't a bitch. She was like one of the good people in the Ganma world, and she wasn't judgmental. She just wanted to do the right thing, and be quite frank, I hate how easily she was defeated. She entered into Necrom Pink like once, had her ass kicked, and then boom, her icon was destroyed. And that was so lazy too, because literally she didn't even look damaged or hurt when she de-henched. She was just on the floor, and then out of nowhere she explodes along with her icon. God, that scene was pointless. Yeah. What was that scene supposed to achieve? Like besides the fact that Aria was rebelling against Adele, which, by the way, we could already tell she was going to do that in the first place. So this was not a shocking scene whatsoever, and really, it just felt pointless. Like, what? Like, why did you have to do? Like, I understand why you had to have her you had to knock her back into a human body. I understand why, but at least make the impact more strong, because it's fucking stupid. It's just pointless, and I hate what they did. And that's also another female writer, a badass female writer that they just kicked to the fucking side. Seriously, what is it with fucking Toy and just treating their female writers like crap most of the time? It makes no fucking sense.
Like, I think the only one who
lasted... Because the island of Japan is generally sexist towards women. At least that's what I think.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's like, I think the only one who survived the longest was probably Yoko, aka Marika from Gaim. She died at the end, mind you.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. And I still think her death was kind of bullshit, but at least she was a good female writer, and I loved her a lot.
They at least didn't kill her off in two episodes, so.
Yeah,
and the other thing I did like that kind of foreshadowed Marika lasting so long was Mayu, aka Mage from Wizard. She lasted a good long while. Hell, she lasted into Wizard's movie, team up with Ganma.
She stayed alive, which is really weird. But whatever. Okay, so what else are we coming at to? I guess we can go. Okay.
Villains.
Okay. I already discussed Ionji. Okay, into villains. Okay, let's just start with Adele. Okay, because I fucking hate him. Not any. I want to hate him because he's such a good villain, but I just hate him because his motivation fucking sucks. My world would be so much better than the real world. He's like fucking Superboy Prime.
Yeah. Again, remember our last podcast where we said Adele was a very good villain? We take that back.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
Again, he went on the shit list as the show went on, and he's such a whiny, petulant child. Like when he doesn't manage to access the Great Eye, he starts yelling, and then he starts getting pissy at the Ganmizers, and then he hurts his sister, and he's just like, what a whiny little cunt. He's like a toddler. We have a toddler for a villain. And again, I really hate how him and Takeru are connected, which again just goes back to the fucking Takeru's amazing fucking perfect destiny bullshit the show tried to shill out. And I hate this. Adele is not a good villain. I don't care. He's just a petty ass child who is a stupid fucking perfectionist who think he can make things so much better because his father lost his way. Like, what was his motivation? Like, what made him a bad guy in the first place? Did they ever explain that? Or did he just grow up to be a fucking asshole?
Yeah, it was, like, just, I don't know.
Can I also just say how I hate how fucking recycled the Ganmai's and monster forms were. So many of them came back, and like the Ganmai's were supposed to be the big, strong, threatening monsters by the end of the show, but Mugen just kept wiping the floor with them without any fucking effort, which just made me realize they're not threats anymore. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared that the Ganmizers could take over the Earth, especially when Mugen keeps kicking their asses in 5 seconds flat.
Yeah.
God, it's like, so, there's really nothing else I can say about Adele either, because, and look, the last minute redemption with him, again, is fucking stupid. It's the same problem I have with Forza. The last minute redemption was Sagittarius. I thought that was completely undeserved too. Especially to Gentaro, I forgive you, he nearly destroyed the entire fucking country in order to see some fucking aliens. It's the same shit here. I nearly destroyed the planet and remade it. Oh, it's okay, we forgive you. Same shit, different story.
Again, characters. You could shoot like 30 puppies and kick a homeless boy and you would still be forgiven by these assholes.
Like, I hate how easily forgiving all these characters are. And it's annoying. Because some of these characters don't deserve to be forgiven. Especially Adele. He hurt his sister, he stole the minds and bodies of all these people on Earth, started a fucking war, and just, he's not a good person. Like, I really don't like it when Ryder or Sentai try to do this everyone should be forgiven storyline, because they never do it well, because they always choose the worst characters to forgive. And I don't know why.
Just, yeah. Fuck Adele.
Fuck Adele.
Alright, okay, Geki Chopper, this is also another problem I have with this show, is that when a villain dies, they don't fucking die. They keep coming back. And I don't know why.
That's the case with Javert here. Yes, his name is Javert, so...
Javert, sorry, I keep forgetting his name because I don't really fucking care.
Javert is one of the most... Javert's one of the most confusing villains, I don't want to say in Kamen Rider, just like in shows, period.
Because it's just weird. Like, what's his motivation? He was just following Adele's orders, and then, like, what? And then by the end of the show, every single time we tried to fight him, again, he became such a non-threat. Why did the worst Tokyo shows, by the end of the show, all the villains are like non-threats, not scary anymore? You don't feel like they can take over the fucking world. They're just annoying. They're ants. They're like mosquitoes. They keep coming back and they won't leave you alone. I don't care about Javert. The only thing I liked about him was his actor, and he's not even a threat by the end. No. Can I keep going? And again,
sure.
It just ties back into the show's theming of everyone can be forgiven and how awesome Earth is and how awesome humans are. It was just another excuse to shove that damn moral down our throats. That's all I have to say about him. He's uninteresting. The only thing I liked about him was his relationship with Onari, because that lets us the only 2 good scenes with him. Other than that, I don't care. He's useless. He just keeps coming back, like the plague.
Yeah. Just Javert, again, one of the most confusing villains, not just in Kamen Rider, not just in Tokusatsu, but just in shows in general.
Yeah, it's like, when you kill a general, just kill him. And this segues into the next character, the character I hate the most on the show, Eagor. Now, where do I fucking start with this motherfucker? He's annoying.
God,
I hate
Eagor,
his voice.
what the hell?
I hate his face. I hate his voice. I hate the comedy they're trying to tell with him. I hate everything about this motherfucker. I hate his rivalry with Akari. I hate this motherfucker, and he just won't fucking die.
Like, the word... you probably saw this when I did my Kamen Rider controversy meme on DA, but I think he's probably far the worst Kamen Rider villain ever. Like, he's most despised villain anyway.
Yeah.
And not only is he a bad villain, but he's a fucking pussy. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like the best way to get Eagor to bend over and take it like a bitch. Just have Akari slap him in the face.
And it's not even funny. Like, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my god, Akari did something I like. But the second time, okay. But the third time, why is this a fucking recurring joke? Why is this a recurring?
This show is so bad with running gags. Like, especially with the paint gun on the painting Onari's head.
Yeah, like, I didn't mention them just because they're superfluous too, and again, it just ties back into the Earth is amazing. Not all monsters are bad. God, who wrote this show? A fucking hippie? Oh.
Like, if you want to see, like, the whole not all monsters are bad thing done better, like, go watch episode 15 of O Ranger.
Or watch that episode of In Space, The Wasp with a Heart. That's a lot better.
Like, those episodes do a perfect job at the whole not all monsters are, evil.
And the best part is the monster that wasn't evil in space. He wasn't a joke character. The funniest thing about him was that he just liked flowers. That's all. Other than that, he was a generally nice and sympathetic character. Paint Ganma? Oh, he's so quirky. He's pointing at Nori's face. He has the cutest fucking voice in the fucking world. Anti-quirky.
What? Oh, is he gonna paint on Onari's head?
Oh, Paint Ganma, you silly stooge.
Oh, fuck. And the music, and the music Ganma. Just...
why did they bring him back? Like, oh, and I hate Eagor so much. I can't even describe how much I hate him. Why couldn't he just die? I hate his voice. I hate his face. I hate everything about him. He's the most annoying and obnoxious character in Kamen Rider yet.
He's worst, most annoying villain ever.
And there are many other obnoxious things about him too. Like, again, the fact he's a coward. He bends over easily. The fucking faces he makes. He kind of mugs at the camera too. And the worst part is, the camera really likes to shove his face into the reticle, and I hate it. I don't know why. Why is this guy scary? He is not a threat. He's just stupid.
You could poke him with a pillow and he would cry. Just, that is how absolutely pathetic this guy is.
And I hate his fucking mock ego too. Like, I know that's part of the joke, but it's not charming. It's not funny. It's obnoxious. And by the end of the show, where he thinks me and Adele are going to create our own ideal world, and the moment he starts turning into Adele and Adele copy, which all it does is remind me of the end of time where everyone turned into the fucking master. I didn't like it there. I didn't like it there, and I don't like it here.
You better believe the people at RBT Entertainment made fun of that moment so bad.
God.
God.
And do you know what the worst part is? When he's turning into Adele, they try to make me sympathize with him. No!
Too late there, pally.
It's like, again, by the time we get to something, I just don't care. Especially with this guy. Please
tell me he dies. Please tell me he's not redeemed and he's in the fucking temple being a goof of Onari. Please tell me.
He's redeemed, but he does not go to the temple.
Oh god, of course he's redeemed. He's going to show up in the X8 and Ghost movie, isn't he? And I'm going to hate him there. He's going to show up.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen any scans of him. If I remember
correctly, I haven't seen scans of him. I haven't seen him show up in the cast list, but he is going to be showing up in the Spectre Beat cinema.
Oh, God.
Just...
I hate Eagor. Every time he's on screen, he drains me. He makes me lose faith in humanity. He makes me lose faith in the art of comedy too, in the art of telling good villains. Like he's one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen in my entire life. God, I hate him. I want him to die. I want to cut his heart open and shout and just. Oh, there are so many despicable things I could do to this man, and they're not good enough.
Yeah.
I hate him. I hate him more than Takeharu. It's that bad. I hate him.
I hated him more than Nira from Drive.
Oh God.
And do you know what Eagle feels like too? It felt like they turned your quirky and kind of annoying Monster of the Week from Sentai into a recurring villain. Oh,
Jesus.
It's kind of like if they took jealous shit. If they took jealous shit and they made him one of the main generals in Gokaiger. It's what it feels like. And
look, it's worse than that. Because look, we hate jealous shit from Gokaiger, but to be fair, I don't know what to say here. Honestly, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Look, I don't like jealous shit, but some of the gags I did with him in the Car Ranger tribute were kind of funny. I'll give him that. But Eagor's not funny. He's just annoying, and I really hate the fucking giant ball he hangs around his neck. I'm sorry, that's stupid to me. It's one of the stupidest things. It just. And he had a neat gimmick too. He could turn into all of the previous monsters of the week, but they didn't really do anything with it. He just could, and I hate Eagor. Does anyone else have anyone else to say about it? Because I've literally wasted all my energy just ranting about him.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty much good.
Yeah.
Alright, who's it? The only other villain I could think of is the character played by Eitoku. The main suit actor for most of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, I think. He's just another general that is probably redeemed, and yeah.
Seiji Takaiwa.
Yeah.
General wasn't used all that much, sadly.
He's dull.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other characters we missed. And I've already stated enough about how they regress the historical figures into Teletubbies, because with the way this show does humor, with the way it does morals, it feels like a Nick Jr. cartoon. It feels like it should be on Disney Junior. It feels like it should be on a toddler's programming network, with how force-fed all this crap is. But Dora the Explorer probably handles its morals better than this show.
Yes.
You heard me. Dora the Explorer is less embarrassing than Kamen Rider Ghost. I'm sure that's gonna.
She's looking at this right now and going, this is terrible, senor.
Don't ever do that again.
And Maddie's gonna kill me, I know.
It's just, So is that all the characters we got? I'm trying to. I
think we pretty much stretched the gambit for characters.
Alright, next is the choreography and the direction. Now, Ghost had some pretty cool action scenes, I will admit. I do like a lot of the action in the show, and a fight scene never bored me. The only time they bored me was pretty much like the clone fights from Makoto, because there was no tension there. But the other fight scenes, I could admire the choreography, and I like the action. I don't know who directed Ghost, the action director for it, but he did a pretty good job. I like the action in the show. It's pretty good. Like I can watch a fight scene in Ghost and turn my brain off because I can enjoy it.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, okay. Okay, so does everyone else agree with the choreography, or do you have anything individual to say?
It's not that bad. It's pretty good choreography.
What do you think, Zeltrax?
Zeltrax?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm starting to get really damn tired. But yeah, I did like a lot of the action scenes in Ghost.
Yeah, alright. So, next is aesthetics. Now, I love the Ghost designs. And I really do love the Parker gimmick. I do love that these hoodies are Ghost, and I do like the way they land with him. And I do genuinely like the voice of the Ghost driver, and like I really do love the aesthetic of Ghost. I love I love the way the toys look, and I do kind of like the icons as a gimmick. I do like the historical figure theme, and I do really love these suits. My favorite suit from the show, I'd probably say, is probably Grateful Damashi. That's probably my favorite suit, because it's a really damn good super form. The super form suits are always some of the best. Yeah. So yeah,
it's like I love a lot of Ghost aesthetics. I love my I can't decide which one's the favorite. It's either Grateful or Necrom suit.
Yeah, Necrom suit's pretty badass too.
Yeah. And I love the gimmick. I love a lot of the icons. They're essentially just the Zudenchi from Kyoryuger Brun to Kamen Rider. Just we said that last podcast, but yeah.
Yeah, so I do enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
My least favorite suit in the show itself, not counting the V Cinema suit, is probably just Deep Spectre, because and it's not that I hate the suits. I just fucking hate the ridiculous moose horns, like the moose horns on the helmet, and I
didn't like the hoop. I didn't like the moose horns on Deep Spectre either.
Yeah,
look a moose.
It's Kamen Rider Moose. It's like a guy on my DA commented on that and was like, it looks like what happened if a disco ball fucked a moose.
Oh.
Wow.
It's like and the ghost gadgets. Like
I am so sad there was only 4 of them. I wish there was more of them, like the memory gadgets or the food droids. I don't know why they only sold 4 of them, because the ghost gadgets were some of the coolest things about the toy line.
It was like I was so glad that we had little gadget buddies come back into Kamen Rider, and unless you count, no, I don't really count the shift cars, honestly.
Yeah,
they're just a gimmick. And my favorite is the Condor Denwar. I just like it's based off an old school rotary dial phone. It can combine with the gun saber, which is also pretty cool, to form a big ass bow and arrow. And it looks great on my desk. I have it on my desk actually.
Yeah, if I would actually consider getting a ghost gadget, I would probably want to get the Bat Clock. Probably because of the fact that it would double as an alarm clock, and also transform into a gun. Then if you combined it with the gun saber, you could transform it into a big fucking boomstick.
Yeah.
This is my boomstick.
And the gun saber is one of the coolest rider weapons ever. It's like
to be perfectly honest, the gun saber was my favorite toy from the entire toy line. When I owned the Ghost toys anymore, because I gave them all away to Dove. So
yeah, it's like it's the thing. Just reminded me so much of the Den Gasher in a way from Den-O when it had like all these different like weapon modes. Like it's a gun that's a staff that can split into 2 swords, and one. It's a gun that's a sword can split into 2 swords that form one giant staff. With the ghost gadgets, I'm trying to remember the exact modes that the thing can do. It's like first mode was the broadsword, obviously. Then it could become a Naginata, which is not really how Naginatas work. But with the first ghost gadget, it could become a bow and arrow. Then it could become a gun, which Edison used a whole bunch, which is weird. But yeah, with the Spider Lantern, it could also become a giant fuck you hammer, which was awesome. And then, of course, with the Bat Clock, it became a big ass boomstick. The sun. No, sorry, not the sun. The gun hand is. Yeah, I don't think Bruce Campbell would be caught with that thing.
No, to be perfectly honest, the only reason I like the gun has because of how humorous it is. It's pretty much a bitch slapping suit that can become a rifle. Yeah, I think it's funny.
Although I do like its little scythe mode with
Kamen there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, in the show anyway, when the toy is just kind of
dinky. Yeah.
Yeah,
like I know it's kids, but still.
Yeah, but it's a kid's toy, so you can't really say much about it.
And then there's the sunglass slasher, which is
which is the most ridiculous weapon in the entire show, just because it's this blade with sunglasses. Like, don't get me wrong, I get why the sunglasses thing, because the sun with how bright it flames, and then like the eye motif. I get what they're going for, but my god, is it silly?
Yeah. The deep slasher.
I really wish I really wish they just gave Deep Spectre his own sunglass like instead of a sword, they could have made it like an axe that becomes a gun, and they have the sunglass slasher motif with it. I thought that would have been cool. A giant, a giant fuck you axe. How cool would that be?
No, it's just a repainted, sunglass slasher. Just
Yep.
which I get it. It like Deep Spectre's supposed to be like his own version of Tokon Boost, but it's I don't know. Just something different would have worked. Honestly,
Yeah.
We kind of already gone over the gun catcher and how fucking awful it is.
Yeah, it's just a repaint with a tumor on it. But overall, I love the aesthetic of Ghost. I love the parking motif. I love a lot of the suits. Grateful's my favorite. Deep Spectre's my least favorite. Suits from outside of the show. Honestly, Shin Spectre has grown on me. Tojo Boost, Necrom's upgrade form, I still think looks ugly as shit. Would never like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colors on that thing clash like hell.
It's not a good mix of colors, honestly. Just
yeah, but Shin Spectre has grown on me. I do like that he has his own infinity style of thinking wizard there. Mugen Damashi. And I genuinely am. The suit has generally grown on me. Again, I still wish the wisp horns were bigger to make it look more like Infinity style. But to be perfectly honest, they stopped giving a shit about the wisp horns like midway through the show. And I've already complained about it on Facebook how the base body of the ghost suit will determine the wisp horn. But by the time in the middle of the show, they just stopped caring about it, and it really does bug me because they had set rules for it, and they just ignore it probably because all the budget, because most of the budget was being siphoned into Amazon's, so they didn't have enough budget to actually customize like the suits that have the proper wisp horns. So, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, I still really like Amazon's despite the whole thing. I mean, it was certainly a better show than Ghost.
I still need to watch Amazon's. So.
Yeah, I need to catch up as well. I'm only on 2 episodes.
You could probably catch up pretty easy. I mean, season 2 is probably being worked on right now. Hell, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but we might get Amazon Alpha and Omega showing up in Cho Superhero Taisen. That might be cool.
Yeah, but again, just rule of thumb, I'm not looking forward to the movie. But yeah. Okay, but that's the aesthetics. Okay, the music of the show. Now, ignoring everything else, the theme song for Kamen Rider Ghost is really, really good. It took a while for me to like it, because at the start, I thought it was just kind of boring, sort of like how the show turned out to be. But as time went on, I actually grew to really like the song.
It was like an anime opening theme song instead of a Kamen theme song.
Yeah, which I don't mind. Like, I don't mind it when it's different, and I still liked it. I like Excite more simply because that hooked me from the first time I listened to it.
Yeah, because I think the thing with me is that it didn't have the same kind of it didn't have the same upbeatness, if that's a word, I don't know. That hooked me in with Just Live More and Excite. I mean,
I get why, but does everyone like Ghost's theme? Did anyone?
Yes,
I
do.
Did anyone here like it from the start, from the get-go, or did everyone take time to like it?
Like you said, it took a little while to grow on me, but I liked it.
What about you, Zeltrax?
I did like the Ghost theme song. I kind of wish it was used a little bit more in the show as a battle song. It wasn't.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I more mean is that did you like the song the first time you listened to it, or did it take time for you to like it?
Yeah, it did kind of take me a while to like it, from what I
Yeah,
remember.
so we pretty much for all of us it took time. Now to one of my biggest problems with Ghost soundtrack in general, that it's not a bad soundtrack. I do like the instrumental themes and stuff like that they made for the show. It's not a bad soundtrack, but there was no insert themes, and that made me so sad.
Like, yeah, it's like, okay, look, the background music on it, like, most of the background music is fine on its own. I do like it a lot, trust me, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
like, insert themes give me a reason to buy, like, the songs on, like, to get the songs on, like, soundtrack or something. Like,
Yeah, I don't know why they axed him in Ghost, but at least they're trying to bring him back with X-Aid. Oh my god, they're
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah, there's only like one or two insert themes I think it goes to Joel. Deep Spectre has his own insert theme. Listen to it. I don't really like it, and I think Mugen has his own insert theme, but that's actually just the ending theme song for the movie. But I don't really count that as an insert theme just because like there's only really one, and I didn't even like the Deep Spectre one. Like, I don't know if we're ever going to get a level of badass insert themes like with Deno or O's, because to me, O's was perfection with its insert theme, because they modeled the songs after the O's, over the combo jingles. I wish they'd do that more, because I love that. I think it fits the fight scenes and the form itself a lot more than originally composed stuff, but that's just my opinion. Because I still love Double's insert themes and Forza's and whatever else they had insert themes, but to me, O's, I like until they start modeling the insert themes after the jingle and the bell, I don't think they're never going to top O's, but that's just my personal opinion. But, yeah, music was good, theme song, good, took a while. Wish I had insert themes, but other than that, the soundtrack is fine.
yeah.
So that's pretty much the end of it. Overall, I think Ghost might end up being my worst Kamen Rider series because of how much it just made me angry, how much it made me roll my eyes, how much it made me cringe, and overall, it was just not a fun show to watch. I watch shows to be entertained, to have fun. I don't expect Citizen Kane with everything I watch. I just expect to watch something fun, and Ghost wasn't fun. When it wasn't boring me, it was being annoying. When it wasn't being annoying, it was being preachy. When it wasn't being preachy, it was just doing stuff that I just genuinely didn't like. Like this show to me is like the worst case of Toy is too damn scared to do something different. Like they're taking everything that made Rider work. They threw it into here, and they did nothing good with it. They made something absolutely awful, and I never ever want to sit through this show again unless I have to for like a future review or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, Ghost is a show that I will gladly never watch again. I will buy the figure arts for the show because I do like the suits, but that's the only thing I will do. Because to me, Ghost is just an awful show. Anyone else have any ending sentences?
Well, I am actually looking forward to something. I actually bought the Dark Ghost Ghost Change figure because my friend Reggie just wanted the parkas of Napoleon and Darwin, and he didn't want the figure or the weapons. So I am actually looking forward to Dark Ghost because that'll give me a Ghost representative on my articulated figure shelf, because I got a fuck ton of figure arts and I do not have a representation of Ghost on the shelf right as of right now.
Cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. Aside from that, when ripped this show with RBT Entertainment on their Toku live stream before we had to move to YouTube because apparently Ustream does not like people trying to downgrade the quality of the stream so that way we can actually fucking watch it. We all went absolutely fucking nuts during that finale-thon for Ghost. Oh my god, we toured the show a new asshole that day. You should have been there. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, if I ever plan to come back to Ghost, it'll probably be for a review, and my rating now will stand until then. My rating for Kamen Rider Ghost, including the movie, D-.
Well, I personally don't rate stuff, but I don't rate stuff because I personally follow like the Some Call Me Johnny just idea behind ratings. My personal opinion just says enough about the show. I don't like it. I don't need to rate it, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, I think you already got my opinions. I think it's by far the worst Kamen Rider series for me. Like, yes, Hibiki might have been bad, but I at least got like a sense that
they cared when they made it.
Like I at least got the sense that it at least tried. It at least tried to do something. So, and I can say the same thing for Wizard. I didn't care for Wizard, but like at least things were a lot slower paced there. Even there was a lot of episodes, like particularly ones with Beast, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Ghost, I didn't find anything there was nothing in the show that was appealing at all. Like aside from the suits, which I said I do generally like. Other than that, I don't think I'll be revisiting the show unless it's for like, I don't know. I plan to do my own like sort of ramble show like Dawson Rider does, sort of. But yeah, that's about it for me. Alec?
Yeah. I pretty much agree. But that's Kamen Rider Ghost. I still have to rewatch Forza. I might be a lot lenient. Like we'll see when we eventually do a Forza podcast. But for now, Ghost is worse than Forza until I rewatch Forza. Because at least when Forza was made, it felt like they cared. It didn't feel like they cared here. It just felt like they shut out a series because they needed cash. So that's overall our feelings on Ghost, and I'll end the podcast with I can't think of a joke to end this on. Can anyone think of a joke to end this on?
Lingo, but nah. I got nothing.